Hello, I am happy to be here. So is my dog here. Oh well. Oh well. I've been trying to redo my chords as well. It's happy Sunday, happy Father's Day. I am heading into part 2 of this compensation plan of ibüümerang and excited to keep talking about it. Thank you for being here. Huge shout out to the replay crew. Everyone supporting is great, and I love getting to see the comments and responding. I'm going to go ahead and play my intro. If you are sensitive to flashing lights, once the music stops, you will be able to click back in. All right, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and play some music while I load up the video. I figure I should learn how to do this by now, but that's okay. I saved it in its own folder, so it should be easy to find. Yeah. Music is a little intense. Okay. Here we go. Is it in here? We're going to be looking at the second part of this video for the ibüümerang compensation plan, and I think there's going to be even more detailed sections. Here we go.
All right, everybody, we want to welcome you to...
I'm going to go ahead and skip and turn the music off. Oh. Hey, Charlene, happy Sunday to you too. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to speed it up. This was... Wait, what's this? Did we miss this? No, we looked at that. We looked at this. 6 ways to earn. I think we were right about here. All right. I'm going to switch between making it smaller and making it bigger.
So that people understand the value. When people ask you, what am I paying a monthly subscription for? Now, hopefully you can articulate.
I'll tell you one last thing. I still keep forgetting to mention that you have your own personal utilization of the membership itself.
Mm-hmm.
So you get full, I'm saying really the $49 and $99, that in and of itself is worth me having access to the discounts as a TSA.
That's right.
So with running a full business, customers not paying, access to the crib, and me using my own product, because everywhere I've traveled all over the world over the past, 6 months, I've used my iGo platform.
That's right.
And I have saved money. I have made my money back just by utilizing my own product. I am a product of the product. And as Mark and I said, someone needs to see if the water is wet. Someone needs to see if the sand is sandy. And we wanted to make sure that those structures of those hotels were sound. So when you go visit, you're in a sound place.
You're 1000% correct. My wife just saved $400, just about rounding up $380 on a travel booking. I mean, that's essentially 4 months of $99.95.
Yes, correct.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
So you can start to see, folks, how you can just get the value. And that's just that.
They're saying that the cost of this is paying for itself. Hey, Rob. The cost of the monthly is showing up in savings, or at least it's canceling it out. Which, okay, that's one way to look at it for sure. But you have to be buying trips, or you have to be going on these trips to make the math make sense. And if you're in ibüümerang and I get something wrong, feel free to leave it in the comments and I will fix it on my next video. I'm doing the best. Looking at these from, it looks like people associated with ibüümerang, and as a viewer, seeing what I pick up from it. And I'm sure I'm going to miss some things.
And that one piece there alone.
Very good.
So here's what you want to do. Let's just kind of go over what the monthly subscriptions are. So at standby, it's $49.95, which equates to $49.95 of or I should say 50 in qualification volume, $50 in qualification volume, 30.
The monthly subscription covers the following suite of benefits and services: ongoing access to the �ㄟ𝐺𝐄 booking platform, ongoing use of the �Decide interactive presentation tool, no fee use of the �ㄟ𝐺𝐄 booking platform for unlimited number of customers, unrestricted access to ibüümerang TSA business management platform, access to the PRIB for management of customer relationships for unlimited numbers of customers, follow-up, travel marketing, data and analytics, and advanced marketing of additional services, and access to the PRIB for management of your, why is that text so funny like that? Access to the PRIB for management of your TSA organization for unlimited number of team members. What does this say? The default setting for monthly subscription fees to come from the TSA's commission wallet. Okay, so that'll cancel it out automatically. TSA should provide a secondary means of payment. In the subscription section of the back office, missed fees may result in the restricted back office access and or suspension of services. If you don't pay, you don't get access. Got it. Hey, awesome. So I think we got what we needed to from that. I'm just gonna skip over this, and I will link all of these videos in the description so you can go watch at your own discretion and see if I painted them in an unfair light. Okay.
Every dollar you make in your business is not your money.
That's good. Very good. You know what? I tell people also, get out of the mindset of just network marketing and work on having a mindset of running a business. And so you want to make sure you have some things in place. And that's what helped me in my career. I got out of network marketing mentally a long time ago. And that's why we always say we are business people who happen to use the network marketing platform to do business, and just make that switch. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Are they asking us to make that switch so that we don't have any self-imposed speed bumps to get over trying to reconcile being in a network marketing company if you already have issues about it? That's what it sounds like. And I mean, that worked for him. That's his experience. I'm not trying to be picky, but that's his own experience.
Just when you begin to think like that, then you see your business moving right along in the proper direction.
Absolutely. Now, you don't want accidents to happen. I mean, there might be just a day where you don't have enough in your e-wallet. So you want to make sure that you take the time to plug in a good credit card or debit card in your back office.
Make sure that we get our money. So put a second form of payment in there. Okay, and that does make sense if you're paying for access to those discounts. Sure, I understand that. I just find it interesting that they're already saying this up front.
As a backup to your e-wallet, because if we don't see it in your e-wallet, then we will look for the credit card on file. So you have a couple of opportunities, and you even have the ability to plug in a secondary card. So you have to plug in 2 cards just to make sure that you never have a miss on your monthly. Here's why. If you miss your monthly, you'll have your access to your back office will be restricted.
Got it. Makes sense. If we're offering a service and you're not paying for it, you're not going to get access to it. We get that. Okay. Like every other business, we got it. Keep enough in your e-wallet, plug in your card as a backup, plug in a secondary card just in case. What happens if I miss my monthly subscription? We'll have restricted access to the back office. We'll only be qualified to earn fast start bonuses. We'll lose access to �ㄟ𝐺𝐄 and �Decide. We'll flush any stored volume and forfeit unpaid commissions. So you do have to pay to play. How interesting. And again, if you're pro multi-level marketing and my commentary is irritating, what I don't really know, like that seems pretty clear that if you're not paying the monthly fee, you forfeit your commissions that are not paid out yet. I don't, do they need to say that because not enough people have funds in their e-wallet regularly? I mean, that might be, and it might be an issue where they want to address it out of the gate for sure. Okay.
Will not be qualified to earn the bigger commissions. You'll only be able to earn fast start bonuses. That's it. You'll lose access to your IGO and iDecide during the time that you are in default of your monthly. And any stored up volume, and these concepts are going to come into play later on in this training, and any unpaid commissions are going to be forfeited.
That's not fair. That doesn't seem fair to me. Why can't they just hold it in an account and pay it out when you become active again? I don't understand that. That's what I thought, Charlene. Yep. And I guess it's their own compensation plan. They can make the rules, but as I've heard several pro multi-level marketers say, I helped lead this person in being successful, so of course I should get my commissions. And if I don't pay into the company, I don't get that. So it seems interesting that pro multi-level marketers don't think this is an issue. And if you are pro multi-level marketer, just as if you're anti multi-level marketer, if you leave a comment in the comments, just please be respectful, please be civil. I am attempting to do the same thing as I present this information. And again, we do not disparage, bully, or hate here. I'm not going to be, what's the right word? I'm not going to be censoring this information in terms of, I'm going to show you exactly where I found it so you can go watch it for yourself. If you are able to watch it for yourself in context of other videos, and I painted this compensation plan in a bad light, let me know. I can get that. Now, again, I'm just watching this as a former multi-level marketer and current multi-level marketing dropout, and I have questions.
Right. So just think about that. I mean, that's kind of normal in business, right? And so these are normal consequences of not keeping your business healthy each month.
Absolutely. You know, another thing I remind people at the end of the month, first of all, I don't wait until the
I find it sketchy that you lose commission if your membership becomes inactive. The money you earn should be yours regardless. I think so too. I think it should be held in an escrow type of account, and then once you're up to date on your payments, why can't you then access it? I don't get it. I mean, I know, okay, I do get it. They want people to be paying that monthly fee, and they want to make sure they pay it so that they hold your commission money hostage until you pay it. And if you don't pay it, you lose it. And that could be incredibly motivating if you are in this multi-level marketing company.
End of the month, the last day of the month, to actually get myself qualified. Even for me, I go in no later than the 25th. If the 25th or 26th at the latest, if I don't have everything showing green in my back office, first of all, I like green better than red. Green means money to me, right?
That's right.
So look in the widget, in the little section in the back office.
And I say that because my husband is colorblind and he cannot see red and green. So I mean, that's great that they're using mostly accepted colors, but I'm not trying to be picky like that. I'm just saying not everybody can see red and green.
With qualifications, and you can see whether the sign is showing the red sign that you're not qualified or the green sign that you are qualified. And that way, if you're not qualified, or maybe your subscription hadn't run yet, then you need to do what's necessary to follow the steps and make sure at least that it runs manually. But I never want.
Whoops.
First of all, I don't wait until the end of.
Here's my question. Where do those funds go where you forfeit your commission when you miss that monthly payment? Does it go to your upline? Does it go back into iGenius? I would love to know where it goes. And I wish they would have told us, and maybe I just need to keep watching. As Emily D. Baker says, keep watching, but I would love to know where that money goes. And at least in Young Living, you could have unlimited frontline and you'd build down. And to be at the top of Young Living, you have to have at least 6 legs doing lots and lots of volume. And if one of the people in the downline didn't pay their $100 monthly fee, all of the people got, not forever, but all of the commissions that would have gone to you get sucked up into your upline. So that's just my experience with that. And maybe that's the case here, but I don't know.
The month, the last day of the month to actually get myself qualified. Even for me, I go in no later than the 25th. If the 25th or 26th at the latest, if I don't have everything showing green in my back office, first of all, I like green better than red. Green means money to me, right?
That's right.
So look in the widget, in the little section in the back office with qualifications, and you can see whether the sign is showing the red sign that you're not qualified or the green sign that you are qualified. And that way, if you're not qualified or maybe your subscription hadn't run yet, then you need to do what's necessary to follow the steps and make sure at least that it runs manually. But I never want to go out and take a chance with my business by not having the lights of green in my back office. And I suggest you do the same.
Absolutely. And folks, listen, this is your responsibility. You are the business owner, right? So
and I will say this, I have probably an unpopular opinion in this genre of making videos about the exploitation and unethical business practices that pop up in multi-level marketing. But I think that the people who have multi-level marketing companies are business owners in a specific kind of way. They have to file their taxes. They have to pay business expenses while they don't necessarily have overhead. There's a lot of the same charges that go on. And I think it's a nuanced position, but I just want to be upfront. Yeah, I just want to be upfront about that. I know that that's not necessarily a popular opinion in this genre. And if you have other thoughts to convince me, let me know in the comments. If you missed my live with my dad, he was making some of those points and I agreed with some of them and I disagreed with others. So I just want to be honest and would love to start a conversation.
Edwin said, if you see red and you pay attention to the communication, because guess what? If your card fails, we let you know, right? If the money's not in your e-wallet and your card fails, we send you an email.
That's
and
good.
We let you know that we're going to try again in 2 days. So we're communicating with you. That's why we said earlier on in the training, make sure you're watching your email. You may want to do something in your email system to flag any emails that come from iboomerang to the top of your list with stars and fireworks and whatever, so that you don't miss our emails. If you see iboomerang in your email, open it.
Hey, T-Ray, I have to say, we know if you're opening your emails or not. And we know for a fact that many of you all are not even opening your email. And a lot of times you end up calling.
Let's shame the company, the independent contractors then. Oh my gosh. Are you serious? We know that you're not even opening them. Come on. I mean, whether that's the truth or not, it's just the way that it's said here. It's like Big Brother's watching you, and it's like, I don't know. I just don't like that. I do not like that at all.
Customer service are calling the upline, and I end up getting a lot of those things along with the leadership here. And
okay, let's see. Forgive me, DeeCee. It's not a matter of opinion. It's a matter of the common meaning of words. An unpaid independent contractor position is not a business in any meaningful sense of the word. Okay, and for tax, I agree with you on that point. But as being a business owner and not making a profit would still classify you as a business owner. So I think in some way, it's a very, if someone opens a traditional business and they pay for the overhead and they pay their employees and they pay for products and they're running at a loss, they do still count as a business owner. So I guess maybe some, and while they can have their entire business taken away from them if their contract is canceled, that is one way that it does vary from a traditional business model. Surely that's the case. I guess I'm just thinking of the taxes that they have to pay, the people they have to pay if they do have employees in a traditional business. But if that's just what I'm thinking of, the taxes they have to pay on what they do bring in and all the other, I'm not saying this correctly. I'm going to keep watching and I'm going to think about it and try to say it better.
And we say, listen, the email was sent, but it hadn't been opened.
Right.
So pay attention to your business. Just a few things. Take the extra necessary steps to make sure that you do what you have to do to run your business. We're going to do our part, to provide the environment, but you have to do your part to make sure that everything is properly functioning for you and on your behalf.
Now, if you need some help getting this fixed or set up or whatever, support@iboomerang.com. Send them an email. That's our customer service team, support@iboomerang.com, and they will help you to get everything fixed and set up. There's a lot of other details like changing your subscription date, and we gave you the ability to move it within a few days, and make sure that you heed the warning. It lets you know that if you're trying to move it too far, you're going to put your business at risk. So don't put your business at risk. Just do the things that you need to do.
Your account at risk, not necessarily your business. You're going to put your account with iboomerang at risk and your commissions at risk. I think that is a better description of what they're talking about.
In order to make sure that your business stays healthy and you have full access to this amazing opportunity at all times. Okay, now.
So I did make up some FTC slides. So as we watch this part of it, I will pop some of them up on the screen so that we can go through and look at some of the potentially deceptive business practices, and so that you don't have to go back and forth to see that this one section of Section 5 of the FTC Act.
We've shown you, we've given you some keys to success, and we've given you some things to make sure your business is healthy. Now let's dig into the elements of the compensation plan and show you how each one of them works.
Okay, let's look.
There are 6 pieces to the iboomerang compensation plan, 6 ways that you can earn. The first is referred travel bonus. Second is travel savings bonus. Third, fast start bonus. Fourth, dual team bonus. Fifth, the unilevel payout. And sixth, the leadership development bonus. 6 amazing ways to really change your future. So
do one.
The first we want to start with is an important note that in order to access the travel savings bonuses, the dual team bonuses, unilevel, leadership development bonus, a TSA, a travel savings ambassador, has to do 2 things. Number 1, activate your position, and 2, remain active. All right. So let's talk about how you do that. Step 1.
Okay, to activate your position, a TSA must achieve 200 PQV within a 3-month time period. Ways to achieve this: purchase or purchasing volume again. Okay, purchase coach, pack, or hire. Generate 200 QV from customer travel savings. I wonder if you can have a ghost account in iboomerang and supply that 200 QV yourself. I'm curious.
How do you activate?
Number 1,
okay,
make sure you generate at least $200 of qualifying volume, okay, within a 3-month period of time. So qualified volume, meaning that, it can go a couple of different ways. First, you can purchase your packs, one of your builder packs, coach, business, or first class. And eventually we're going to have the customers as well, okay, where you have enough volume that goes through your system in a lifetime to create 200 qualifying volume points. So whether it's your customers or personal purchases, for a total of 200 in a lifetime, then now that is considered a qualified.
I wouldn't be surprised if you can have a ghost account, Avery said. K-pop multi-stand Miranda. Oh yeah, fun with your dad, Janet. We all rooting for your dad. Sonic said, I think you can have a ghost account since the distributors are, I think they definitely can count as their own customers, based on the ability to purchase volume that adds to their, at least to one part of the requirements for rank. Okay.
Position. So coach or hire will get you there, or generating $200 in customer travel savings volume will get you there as well. That gives you $200 of CV of qualifying volume within the lifetime of your business. That's considered a qualified position at that point.
Okay.
Absolutely. And just to make sure you guys are super clear, it's personal qualifying volume, so you can't count the volume from your team for this.
So one of them does have to be your own self-purchasing volume? Interesting.
All right, so this has to be something that you do. And as our GMA just pointed out, there's 2 ways that you can do it: through your pack or through your customer.
So let me just read this really quickly. This is from the FTC Trade Commission Act, Section 5, Unfair Deceptive Acts or Practices. Section 5 of the Federal Trade Commission Act, FTC Act, 15 U.S.C. 45 prohibits unfair, deceptive acts or practices in or affecting commerce. The prohibition applies to all persons engaged in commerce, including banks. So while some of this does apply to banks, this intro section applies to businesses and deceptive income practices. The board has the authority to take appropriate action when unfair or deceptive acts or practices are discovered. Responsibilities for enforcing the prohibition against unfair or deceptive practices as they apply to state charter banks are spelled out in a joint statement issued 2004 by the board and the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. That statement, which is included as an appendix to this chapter, and I didn't include those since we're not talking about banks, describes in depth the legal standards for unfair and deceptive acts or practices, discusses the management of risks relating to unfair, deceptive acts or practices, and provides general guidance on measures that state chartered banks can take to avoid engaging in such acts or practices, including best practices. And so this is a little bit specific to banks, but this is the first part on the background, but it does apply to any commission, commerce. My apologies, any commerce.
And it has to be during a 3-month period of time, right? Mm-hmm. So this is very, very important that everybody recognizes this as well. All right. So now the second step was, and once you've activated,
Miranda,
right, that's how you activate your position. The second thing is you need to remain active. And how do you do that? Well, in order to remain active, you have to generate $100 of personal qualifying volume each month, right?
Does that mean that you buy it yourself? I'm confused. Does that mean that you have to buy discounted travel yourself for personal qualified volume? And again, if you're getting pitched this and if you are excited about joining iboomerang, I guess I just have questions. In any month that a TSA is not active, they will only qualify for fast start bonuses. They will not qualify for travel savings bonuses, dual team bonuses. Okay, we got that. And
of course, in some countries, that minimum is 50 qualifying volume. Okay. And you can do it the same 2 ways. You can do it through your monthly. You can do it through customers. I personally recommend you take responsibility for it. Don't leave it to anybody else. Do it through your monthly, right? Now, in any month that you're not active, you're not going to qualify for fast start bonuses. You'll only qualify, for fast start bonuses. The other elements of the plan will not be available to you. And as our GMA was pointing out earlier, there is a marker in your dashboard that shows you how to, shows you where you are.
Yes.
This is that business snapshot you were talking about before.
Yeah, you can't miss it. I mean, it's right there. I look at it every time I go into my back office. And so you can see it there. It shows PB percentage. If it's red with an X, that means you're not qualified. And we're taking our time to go through this because a lot of people seem not to get this. And we want to make sure that you can take this recording and give it to anyone who's getting started from the very first day, and they will have a thorough understanding of what's going on. So you may hear us repeat a few things. I'm repeating.
Okay, that's why they're repeating it. Okay. I feel like this could be done a little bit clearer. I'm not trying to be picky. If you have a complicated, if you are an MLM and you have a complicated income proposition for a complicated compensation plan for potential recruits, doesn't it behoove you to make it extremely clear so that you don't have as many people falling off from confusion? And yes, my own bias is I'm not a fan of multi-level marketing companies, and I am looking at this with a bias that I'm not a fan, but again, wouldn't it be better if they were clear about the compensation plan?
Some things that Gray is saying, he's repeating some things that I'm saying. It may sound redundant, but we want to make sure we give you what you need to build a big business. And it's very clear.
Yes, absolutely. We're taking our time with this today because this is we get this all day, every day. And this has been one of the biggest priorities that our GMA and our CEO have put on me to get this done.
And you're delivering, man. Thank you so much.
So that we can just explain, right?
Yes,
and just put it out there and people have a video. And there's our CEO right there. He just popped up on Facebook. And he said, great stuff, guys. Thank you, Holton. We appreciate you very much, and we know you're going to rock it.
Holton Buggs is the CEO of ibüümerang. He, I'm pretty sure, started it. I am still, again, this is a mini dive, trying to show some information. I did try to grab slides from and videos from their own YouTube page, again, covered under fair use, but I wasn't purposefully trying to paint them in a bad light, just trying to add questions that I would have as we watch this together.
I don't know how he's everywhere. Like he's everywhere.
He knows what Patrice and Tawana know. He knows how to clone himself, and he hasn't shared.
That's a good point, Rob. To the contrary, all comp plans are complicated by design. You're not supposed to understand them. If you did, you'd understand how 70 to 80% of the commissions go to the top of the pyramid. That's a very good point. That's a very good point.
And share it with me, Mr. Bud, please. Oh my goodness, he sees everything. He knows, man, what an amazing. This is not, I get excited about it, but it's not just because I know who he is and been around. Mm-hmm. I've seen individuals that are in that position and they just so out of touch. And you think that at that level they would be in touch. But our CEO is always in touch with the field, with the corporate staff. He sees everything. That's somebody who really cares. And I appreciate working with him, for him, in any other way we want to say it. Yeah, what an amazing time. Yeah.
I don't know anybody who.
I think the danger in promoting someone on a platform is that there's an unspoken influence that someone who has questions is supposed to fill all of the gaps with the fact that the CEO is great, or there's athletes associated with it, or there's celebrities associated with it. Yeah, I looked up some suits were for and against. I wasn't able to look through them in a competent way, and I didn't really have time yet. And again, I'm trying to at least show this there, and I want to stay away from saying this is my opinion, but look at all the things that they've been involved with and make your own assumptions, when I'm kind of leading people to think a certain way. While I do hope you form your own opinions about this, I'm trying to be a little bit fair, a smidge. So I want to be careful about when I do decide to look at some lawsuits, that it's not painting someone in a way that would fall under targeted harassment. So
who's wearing out more sets of track shoes than he is. You know, he's the hardest working person in the company and in the field. And it's amazing. And like I said earlier on,
Rob,
you know, we had a meeting started at 8 o'clock on Monday. He was here, and we walked out of here, including Holton Buggs, at 10:30 that night. Correct. So, you know, for all.
I feel like their back office and comp plan are possibly very confusing, since they have made the point they are doing this video because they've had so many reps having a lot of questions. Yep. That's a very good point, Charlene. And Rob, I will watch it right after this. You have a lot of content, so I'm excited to go dig into that. Play.
All of you guys are Fort Lauderdale. I would just tell you this: you guys are learning from someone who walks the walk and talks the talk in a way that nobody else on the planet does. All right, well, let's keep this thing popping and talk about when you make your money. Okay, so this is the reward payout schedule. I'll just run through this real quick. We have 2 rewards that are paid out on a weekly basis. The fast start bonuses and the dual team bonuses are paid out on a weekly basis. The week closes on Sunday at midnight. So the week runs from Monday to Sunday. We close on Sunday at midnight, U.S. Central Time, and then we pay commissions on the second Monday, right? So not the very next day, but that next Monday that comes.
So it looks like there's weekly commissions and monthly commissions. The weekly commissions are paid on the second Monday following the end of the week. Monthly commissions are paid on the 20th of the following month. Okay. I'll let him keep talking.
All right, and so once you get your business going, you can really be earning commissions every single Monday as you're building your business. Now, the next
They just said weekly commissions are paid on the second Monday following the end of the week. So first Monday, so you get paid on Monday of the previous week. Is that what they're saying? My reading comprehension isn't the best, and I'm not trying to misrepresent what they're saying here, but it's a little confusing for me.
Next set of the remaining elements of the compensation plan are all paid out on a monthly basis. That's the referred travel, the travel savings bonus, the unilevel, and the leadership development bonus. Those are all paid out monthly on the 20th of the following month.
Yes.
So for things that happen in June, they're paid out on, let's say, the 20th of July. Things that happen in July, they're paid out on the 20th of August. Okay, so we want to make sure that everybody understands.
And one other note too, I'll get a lot of this. And when are our travel savings paid out? I want to just briefly cover this. And like I said, we're taking our time. I want to give you what you need. Travel savings bonuses are only paid once the trips have been taken and the money is received. That can be 30, 60, sometimes 90 days. Depends on when that money, that trip has been completed and how fast the hotel, the car rental place or whatever pays that money to our wholesaler. Our wholesaler pays us, and we have to process it. Each person has a process. That's why we want you to go out there, put enough customers in the pipeline, and then as that adds up, now the money will begin. Once we receive it, it goes into your next month's commission. Mm-hmm. But you have to remember the trip has to be taken and completed, mm-hmm. paid for through the various people that the hands that it has to go through.
The trip has to be paid for and completed before you get your payout? Go, just rewind it.
Has a process. That's why we want you to go out there, put enough customers in the pipeline, and then as that adds up, now the money will begin. Once we receive it, it goes into your next month's commission. Mm-hmm. But you have to remember the trip has to be taken and completed, mm-hmm. paid for through the various people that the.
Okay, I'm not saying that this isn't fair, but let's say you talk someone into buying one of these discounted trips 6 months out. You have to wait 6 months to get you have to wait 7 months to get your commission, if that's what they're saying.
Hands that it has to go through, and then we pay it out to you. So go on and do what you have to do during this pre-lunch time. And
how did they survive the panini? Nobody was traveling. You know what I mean? Am I crazy? Am I not understanding what they're saying? Because it sure sounds like they have to pay for it. It has to be completed, and then you get paid the month after they complete the trip.
You're building to get your customer base built to build your customer base and to have enough travel savings money rolling through the pipeline. And I can tell you this too, T. Gray, looking at the numbers, man, we're already seeing the numbers are adding up, mm-hmm. and we can see everything. I want to remind people this too. I know we're going through the comp plan, but I want to remind you of this. We see and document everything. We don't.
What does that mean? Why are we saying that? Okay, I'm glad. Okay, Charlene, that's because I can imagine if you don't have enough customers in your quote unquote pipeline buying, taking the trip, and then getting paid, if you don't have enough of that, they're going to have huge gaps where you're not getting paid commission. That's just my understanding.
Miss anything. And so we're going to make sure that those travel savings are accurate and paid to you in a timely fashion. So
they're saying accurate and paid to you in a timely fashion based on the rules of commission payouts. But again, you could be waiting a long time for commissions. Yeah, because I don't know, maybe someone would cancel and then they'd be out money. I'm not sure. I don't know why. I don't know. And that's the only thing I can think of is that if they're getting paid on that travel and the person ends up canceling it, then they'd have to pay the commissions back to ibüümerang. Because I know in Mary Kay, and I'm not trying to compare this to Mary Kay, there's a similar situation. If you bought inventory, you tried to do the business, it didn't work out, you could then sell the product back, but the commission that your upline received off of you purchasing all that inventory was subtracted, or it had to be paid back by your upline. So that's, that could be it. Is it not like traditional travel where once it's paid, there's no refund, only rebooking? That's a great question. It was a little bit hard to find information on their website. So unless I sign up to be a consultant, or TSA, which I'm never going to do. So, and that's my own opinion. I'm not trying to disparage people who are. Then maybe I can find some more when I dig more for this company, because I'm making a longer video on it.
I want to make sure that you know what's going on and how that part of the system works as well.
Absolutely. All right, so now let's get into the retail commission elements of the plan.
Okay.
And there are two of those. The first one is the referred travel bonus.
Okay.
And so this is what happens when you refer travel to Extreme Travel to book on your behalf. Now, what are some of the things that you might refer to Extreme Travel? Well, you want to refer anything that should not be booked through a travel engine. Okay, so if it's really special and it needs that human touch, or there's a lot of people involved,
Okay.
you may want to book that through Extreme instead of trying to do it through the 𝐓𝐇𝐎𝐔𝐋 platform.
Absolutely.
So here's an example. You have a large group, right? Like a church group or.
Okay, large groups, destination weddings, family reunion trips, church groups. Refer travel to Extreme Travel and receive 25% of the commission as a referral bonus. Note, travel booked via Extreme Travel may not feature the same discounts as travel booked on 𝐓𝐇𝐎𝐿. The benefit to booking through Extreme is the hands-on expertise. Okay.
Family reunion group, we use the example in the picture here of a destination wedding. Grandma with us, and so what do? We booked it through Extreme because we needed somebody to just take care of us, make sure everything was done, I's dotted, T's crossed.
Sorry,
and guess what? We had
fast
an
forward a little bit
amazing,
because
glitch-free vacation. So that's what you want to do. And
if there are glitches involved in 𝐓𝐇𝐿, is that what he's saying? Because there's no glitches involved with Extreme Travel? I don't know. I mean, I understand the possibility of errors, but I thought the person selling someone on these packages was helping to alleviate some of that stress of booking a vacation or booking that travel or booking that trip. I'm confused.
anytime you send that travel through Extreme, you're going to receive 25% of the commission as a referral bonus. Okay. Now, important thing, this does not pay upline. It only goes to the person who referred it.
Very good.
That's
Okay.
cool. I mean, I like that. I like that they're only giving the person referring it the bonus and it's not paying up a million levels. And not that there would be a million levels to pay up, but I was just exaggerating.
Now, the next retail commission is our travel savings bonus.
Travel savings bonus is when you actually book the trips yourself through your 𝐓𝐇𝐎𝐿 platform. So now
Use boomerangs to share the 𝐓𝐇𝐎𝐿 travel booking platform with customers, friends, family, etc. So the boomerangs you can earn, you have to give to other people. Customers enjoy 50% of the available savings. The remaining 50% of savings goes to you and the compensation plan. Exclusive, receive savings back in cash. No limit on earnings. Okay, let's just read this really quickly. Federal Trade Commission Act, that's just the same title. Legal standards. The legal standards for unfairness and other deception are independent of each other. Depending on the facts, an act or practice may be unfair, deceptive, or both. The legal standards are briefly described here. Unfair acts or practices. An act or practice is unfair where it causes or is likely to cause substantial injury to consumers, cannot be reasonably avoided by consumers, and is not outweighed by countervailing benefits to consumers or to competition. Public policy as established by statute, regulation, or judicial decisions may be considered with all other evidence in determining whether an act or practice is unfair. Okay. I have lots of thoughts so far.
And you're sharing this platform with your customers and friends and all of the people that we're talking about from getting those free boomerang sites as well. So
the other half of the commission is going up Okay, that's a good point, Rob. I didn't put those two together. That was a piece of sleight of hand. Yes, thank you for catching that, because I definitely missed it. It's crazy reading this or listening to them talk and not getting not getting it all.
Now, when you book that travel, you're actually able to share in the bonuses that are actually paid out from the ibüümerang platform as well. Now, customers only receive 50% of the savings that you can earn as a TSA. Let me make sure I get TSA right. Travel Savings Ambassador. So brand new people, if you're listening, no, you're not going to be working at the airport now. So TSA simply means Travel Savings Ambassador. And that's what we deem our distributors as Travel Savings Ambassador. You get a full discount up to 60 to 70% in some cases. And our customers get up to 35% in savings as a customer. And so what happens is the remaining 50% of what's saved, there's a bonus that's paid out, and 50% of that goes to you for giving up that boomerang site, as well as a cashback, and exclusive to us. No one else can give cash back in the way that we have with this particular program, so it's exclusive to us. So I say a big boom for us. Right. Unlimited earnings. So however many customers you get and how many trips they book, you're going to make 50% bonus of those travel savings.
What I love about this, the karma
I wonder
on this is so clean, because guess what? We only make money when it works.
Yeah, we only make money when it works and when they save.
That's right. And that's when the customer saves money. And
we only make money when we work and when customers save. Okay. I've heard other ibüümerang TSAs say that. I'm wondering if there is other interpretations of what that looks like based on the compensation plan. I just have questions.
It works all the time, so I really shouldn't say it that way. But but when the customer saves money, when the customer spends less, that's when we make money. So that is the coolest aspect of the way this works. Now let's dig into this a little bit and make it super plain. So bottom line is, when the customer does the search, they see half the discount that you see, and half of the discount that they receive goes to you as a travel savings bonus. 35.
Okay, so savings is $212. 50% would go to me, so $106 would go to me. And the other $106 goes to paying the upline, I think.
Percent of what they save goes upline into the to the unit level, so that you can get, and what that does is it makes it so that you can get paid not just on your customers, but also on your organization's customers.
Yeah.
Your downline's customers. Okay. Okay. Just remember that.
So remember, 50 is I call it 50, 35, 15% rule.
Right.
50, 35, 15% rule, meaning
this is not an easy thing to remember. 50% is paid to the referring TSA as a direct travel savings bonus. 35% is converted to commissionable volume so that it can be applied to the unilevel and leadership development bonus. I'm guessing that if I'm wrong, let me know. I'm guessing the other half. So if we're saving 212, 106 goes to me, 106 goes to 35% is converted, so that goes to the commissionable volume. What about the other 15%, and why is that not on this slide?
50% goes as a cash bonus to you based on the savings. You get a bonus in cash of 50%. 35% of that goes into the compensation structure, meaning that it rolls through the comp plan for residual income. And then 15%, of course, is to make sure that ibüümerang can operate and function. So look at what we did. 85%.
That's pretty amazing.
85% of the travel saving bonuses go back out to the field, and the company only retains 15% for this operational cost. I mean, where do you see that in the industry?
Okay. I see that ibüümerang is keeping 15%. 35% goes to commissionable volume, so that pays out for your uplines, and you get to keep 50%. I'm wondering if there are ghosts. And again, they're saying that you have to complete you have to pay for the travel and you have to complete the travel to be paid out at all.
In the world. I've never been part of a sales organization of any type that this company said we're only going to keep 15%. We're going to pay 85% out into the field.
Correct.
Never. Yeah. You know, most organizations, the most that especially even traditional business, the most that a salesperson can earn is maybe 20%, and that's aggressive. That's considered an amazing plan. So for a company to say, "Hey, here's,"
well, in Mary Kay, you had to buy product at quote unquote wholesale, where the company was already making money off of that price. Then you could sell it. You could you could mark it up to, if you bought it for 10, you could sell it for 20. So you'd be able to keep the other 50%, which it's not a great comp plan. But I'm not sure. I feel like something is getting left out of this presentation.
50% for you, and you know, 35% we're going to pay the folks that are responsible for you being here.
Yes.
Come on, that's quite amazing.
Yes.
So,
well, hey, again, go back to our principle: what gets rewarded gets repeated. So Mr. Buzz made sure he set this up, whereas you would get a big chunk of the money for yourself and your team, and we want you to continue to go out there and build a business in the way that we have it structured.
50 personal.
Your customers for free. Let them reap the benefits of this great program, and it will pay you just like we're showing you on the screens today.
You want to know something crazy? Yeah. When I was on that cruise ship, there were 3,000 other people on it. You know what that means, folks? And then we pulled up into this one city in Alaska, and there were 5 monstrous cruise ships in the harbor.
Yes, yeah. And
I was talking to the gentleman in one of the jewelry stores, and he said on some days there are 10.
T. Gray is lying. Traditionally, more than 50% goes to the salesman, and usually more than 50%. Thank you for clarifying that, Rob. A traditional business pays commission on what you sell and how much profit is made in the sales. Yep.
10,000 visitors.
Wow.
A day in that city.
Wow.
What am I trying to say? People want to travel. They're sitting at their desk dreaming, not of their next health shake, not dreaming about the next face cream. They're dreaming about where they're going to go on vacation. They're looking at somebody else's Instagram, just totally jealous, right? And here comes you that says, hey, I want to give you the gift of your next trip at a discount.
Yes.
10 customers, simple. 90 in a month really doesn't require that much ambition. It just requires what Ed said, belief.
Yeah.
So we will have the people in this company who make the most from customers.
It's great. When I was selling face cream.
Yep. Very interesting.
Heels, potions, and lotion. There's nothing wrong with that. Great industry best product. You know the biggest time we had in those companies?
What?
Is when we had a trip.
Come on.
When it was time for us to do these incentives, and we would travel all over the world, and we try to sell the most cream, potions, and lotions so we can qualify to be on those, and we did a trip every single time. Wow. So our product works even for those companies and us as well. So, all right, let's keep going.
Amazing. Now, for those of you who want to build a team, and why would you build a team? So that you can get even more customers faster, right? So for those of you who are afraid of recruiting, we're trying to help you shift your paradigm, because we don't recruit just for recruiting's sake. You recruit so you have more customer getter.
I thought you recruit to make more money. Is that not how recruiting works? Don't you always get to make more money when you have more people on your team? Why is that not being shared here?
So let's suppose you build a team of 300 travel savings ambassadors. It doesn't mean that you got them all yourself. Maybe you got 10, and the 10 got 10, now you got 100, and 100 got 3, now you got 300, right? And they are customer getters, so they've got 10 customers apiece. Well, what does that mean? It means that now you get paid on 3,000 customers.
Good.
Right? Your 10 plus
what?
The remaining, customers, 2,990.
Yes.
Now, here's what happens. Let's suppose those
This is a hypothetical example. Why do they not have disclaimers on their slide? I'm confused.
Customers, again, save $600 a year. Whether it's one trip or a bunch of trips, doesn't matter, $600 altogether. That means that when we turn this into commissionable volume, because what we're talking about now is the 35%. The last slide talked about the 50%. When we turn this into commissionable volume and we average it out across the year, it's about 3,262 points per day going into the unilevel. And if you're earning a 10% override, well, then you're looking at about $326 a day, $9,786 a month. And
how is this not an income claim? I just want to know. And if I'm not being fair, okay, but this is hypothetical. There's no disclaimer anywhere on the slide. Let's see. Okay, that's not a good one. We'll look at these at the end. I'm confused.
And a potential $117,000.
The disclaimer would have to read this is fantastically unrealistic numbers. These are fantastically unrealistic numbers. You will never earn this much. Yeah, and what's the point of doing an example where there's that much money involved, where someone wouldn't be excited and want to sign up just for this example? And even if there are some people in the company who make a lot of money through ibüümerang, is that the case across the board? And are there people losing in this compensation plan? Those are never mentioned. Only the good things are mentioned. And there's no disclaimer on this slide.
Per year. Yes. Very, very good.
Rob,
and that's just an average of about 10%.
That's it.
Yeah.
Now, you know what? I know people in the industry of network marketing have teams several times bigger than 300 who are not earning this type of money.
That's true. Absolutely. And look, all customer base. What I am so excited. So many people are concerned.
So they're saying team of 300, and each of those people on that team have 10 boomerang customers each, if they are even able to get that. Okay.
In the industry, because of rules and regulations that we have to follow of having, whether you have more distributors than customers. And our focus is more centered on having a strong customer base. And we have the incentive. I
will say this, and I want to be fair. I appreciate, at least there are small nuggets here where they're saying we want to be customer based. Is that the reality in this company? I don't know. I don't have any income disclosures. I don't know anyone personally in my own life who is an ibüümerang TSA. I see some people online who are ibüümerang TSAs, and they always block out the logo in their pictures. So, gosh, I have questions.
To do so with what we're doing, which also makes the distributor base grow even faster. So we have a heck of a combination as to how we're doing business right now.
Quite amazing. Quite amazing. What can you earn a travel savings bonus on? Hotels, car rentals, cruises, weeks, and activities. That's what you can earn a travel savings bonus on at this particular point in time.
They do not have one. And I think Rob said earlier that they're not required. He said in one of my videos that income disclosure statements aren't required. Is that what I understood, Rob? And so they don't have one.
See, great. Oops. Pictures, man. I mean,
unless that there's one floating around the internet that I just need to use one of my better web browsers and do better key searches to find it, because an independent consultant might have already posted it.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm ready to go travel right now. Somebody need to see if that bed is soft. and right now I want to see how big that cruise is. And I wouldn't mind driving in one of those cars. And man, is that water.
Wouldn't it remove them from more liability when people lose money if they did have an income disclosure statement and they shared that income disclosure statement with every single person who is looking to become a travel sales advisor, or whatever those words stand for, the TSA? Yeah, I wish it was. I feel like it would benefit them. Well, it doesn't benefit them because it might stop people from signing up, but it benefits the consumer. It protects the consumer.
Or wet.
Is it wet?
Right there by that poolside in the beach. You know what?
Okay, I'm going to need to go binge your videos right now. Okay, not right now, but after this. That is super cool.
Oh wow, beautiful picture.
I want to test out that umbrella. Does that umbrella really?
Does it put shade? Does it really put shade?
Does it
on?
put real shade on it? Does the shade you good? Right? Absolutely. And by the way, folks, make sure you let us know when you're testing out the product. Send in your pictures.
Please do.
And let us know when you're
free
testing.
All
right.
us.
Now let's get into the fast start bonus. Those were we covered our two retail.
But I think reducing it would be good because it wouldn't burden the court systems with stuff that is seemingly preventable. It would reduce it, and I think it would benefit people across the board. It would prevent people from losing money. It would prevent multi-level marketing companies weighing down the court system with their lawsuits, some of them at least, and class action. I think it would too.
Commissions. Now we're going to get into the business building bonuses, the fast start bonus. Okay. And as you can tell from the picture, it has something to do with helping people get off to a fast start. Right? Now, a fast start bonus is triggered when you help your personally enroll.
No way. Okay, fast start bonus in Young Living. You used to get $25 when someone spent, when they bought the premium starter kit with the ARIA. You got $25, and then you got $25 when they placed a 100. It was either 100 or 50 PV order, and then you'd get $50 basically for every person you signed up, and you get $80, but you have to spend a lot more money. So, I mean, I don't know.
People get off to a fast start. What's the fastest start that you can do? Well, you can do the packs, right? That's the fastest way to 200 personal qualifying volume points is to do the pack. All right. You could do it through your customers, but you got to get the customers. They've got to book travel. They've got to have enough to create $200 of qualifying volume from travel savings, and they got to take the trip and complete the trip.
Right.
I wonder why this presentation isn't mic'd up since it was getting shared with so many people. I'm just wondering why they didn't mic their people up. I'm confused.
All things that you don't really have any control over, all things that will happen, but all things that you can't control when they happen. The one thing that you can't control is you can get a pack. And why would you really want to get a pack? So you can have access to the best IGO experience that you can, and all the other benefits to come along with your pack.
And we benefit.
So if you do that,
that money goes straight to them, doesn't it? The product packs, doesn't all that money go to ibüümerang?
You're going to put yourself in a position to be off to a fast start, and that triggers a one-time 10% fast start bonus to the enroller. Okay. Now, if a person gets started at coach and upgrades to business and then upgrades to first class, whatever happens over those first 60 days, the enroller is going to earn a 10% fast start on that. And it's paid on the commissionable volume.
So the commissionable volume, 800, you get 80. And they would still have to pay $1,000, or you pay $1,000? Product pack, what product packs do we get? Like, what is in the product pack? Is it just access to programs? That doesn't seem like it's a product pack.
So as you can see, coach class is $250, but it has 200 commissionable volume points. Business class is $500, but it has 400 commissionable volume points, and first class is $1,000 and has 800 commissionable volume points. So that means that the fast start bonuses for those are $20, $40, and $80. They're paid out weekly on that second Monday, and you don't have to purchase a pack to earn them. You could be at standby, and you can enroll someone who gets started at first class, and you just earn $80. Okay. Now, one other detail.
So your cost would be $920 because you got $80 back because you're the one buying this. And if someone underneath you is buying this, you'd get these 10%. It doesn't seem like a great comp plan, but I'm sure if people are doing it, they like it.
No bonus is paid on the enrollment kit. There's no bonus paid on stamp.
this was just a fast
okay?
part. Okay, got
That's
it.
actually something that we don't do and we cannot do. So we just want to make sure that everyone is super clear on that.
Very good.
Now, let's get into the exciting builder bonuses. And we've got two amazing structures here, and I'm gonna let our GMA talk about them.
Hey, listen, you're right. The dual team and the unit level. The dual team and the unit level. Dual team is what we call is built for speed, meaning that you can make right now money. You get started day one, you can put volume on the left and the right, grow your organization immediately, and it's called, we consider that the Lamborghini of our compensation structure. Mm-hmm. But as you now grow your organization and begin to grow the customer base and all your subscription fees and anything that goes into the back end, which we call the uni level, the structure based on your personal enrollment tree. You'll hear us say PET, P-E-T, personal enrollment tree, meaning that starting from your personals and their personals and their personals and those people personals and so on and so forth down 7 levels. That is what we call the Rolls Royce. The Rose is for stability. Speed, like this, dual team, unilevel, Rolls Royce. I'm telling you, in the root, hey, see, that's the Rolls Royce. This is the Rolls Royce with a driver.
So it's more like you're sitting in the back.
Yeah, you're sitting in the back. You're just on your phone because that thing grows. And this will probably be the biggest part of your compensation structure and the most stable part of your compensation structure. Because
I've never heard of a company having to. I guess now I have. I'm confused. I'm sorry I'm saying I'm confused so much, but I've only heard of ibüümerang because of one of my friends. And I've heard of travel MLMs because of the Travel Max trial when they went out of business. So I don't know.
The speed is done with your recruiting, but the stability is done with the maturing of your customer base. And here we go on what you take place with the dual team. All right, in the dual team, your dual team commissions are actually goes anywhere from 10% to 20% based on the lesser leg of your business. 10 to 20%, depending on where you get started or what you achieve by going through the ranks. And we do have that. Again, you're going to keep hearing us say that on iboomerang.com. You can always go there and revisit how do you go through the compensation plan as well. And we'll talk about some of that. So dual team commissions are calculated out on a weekly basis, and T. Gray just talked about that. It closes on at 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time, and it's paid out on the second Monday, not the following Monday, but the second Monday. That commission week, once it closes, pays out on the second Monday as well. There are weekly caps that will apply. So you will see that in your chart as well, based on your progression through the compensation plan.
Stop hitting whatever table you're talking at.
So you want to go through the ranks as quick as possible. That way you set the pace for your team, but also it gets you up to the higher level of pay as well.
Where do they go?
Another big one. I've had people that ask, well, I have some volume in my back office. I have $200 on my lesser side. I have $400 on my lesser side. The company will not pay on the lesser side until you hit 500 or more in volume points. Once you get above 500 on your lesser side, so you have to have the volume enough on your stronger side, enough volume on your stronger side. Let's say you have 2,000 volume on your stronger side that's been carrying over, but now you have $450 of volume on the lesser side, the opposite side. It won't trigger a check. You need at least 50 points or more to go on that lesser side, and then now it triggers a check, and the higher volume you go, the bigger your checks will be in that regard as well. And so
they could have people on their lesser side for an extended period of time. Unless they get to 500 CV on the lesser side, they're not going to get paid commission, even though they have people on that lesser side. So who's getting the dual team commissions up until that point? Is the company taking that money? I just have questions.
If it says
Well, if you have less than the 500,
yes,
it's just going to carry over until
correct.
you accumulate 500. And once you get to 5, so you might have 200 this week, and then if you're building more slowly, you might get another 100 the next week. That's fine. The 300 will carry over, and once you hit 500, then it's going to pay you out.
Yes. The other thing is you're going to have the volume that's going to keep accumulating, and it goes for a 12-month period of time. If the volume is in your business and you have volume that's been sitting there for over 12 months, it's gonna begin to flush 1 month at a time.
I get that. I'm not saying that makes sense, but I understand that they're not going to hold that commission for you, the unpaid volume, over a year. Okay.
Based on the oldest month of business. Okay. So if you start in January and you go into January of next year, once you go into February, the previous January falls off. Whatever volume for that month falls off. So it won't stay longer than 12 months. So you want to go out and utilize that volume. Make sure you build both sides of your business as strong as possible, because the volume will definitely flush at some point in time, but it's based on a 12.
I thought companies that used this weak leg, strong leg type of model were not as good as other companies. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say, but I thought there were some problems with having this weak side, strong side commission model.
12-month period of time and 1 month at a time. Won't lose everything, but 1 month. That last month, once it goes over 12 months, that particular volume, if it's 500 or 5,000 that month that you hadn't gotten paid on that volume, that volume will eventually go away. But we want to make sure we pay you on it. So let's go out there and build as big of a business as possible.
And it goes back to something you said earlier. You said what gets rewarded gets repeated. So folks, I just want you to know,
what gets rewarded gets repeated. Okay.
Understand that the whole purpose of a compensation plan is to reward the desired behavior, right? So, if we let the volume accumulate.
You want your salespeople, your independent contractors, to make you money. That is the whole purpose of the compensation plan. It's so that the company can make money, and they want to make money consistently. So they decided to go with this model, and they know that, or they're trying to say it's a good model because we don't want there to be a lot of turnover. I don't know how much turnover they have because there's limited numbers available. I mean, they're trying to make it seem like this was created for the independent consultants, the TSAs. But I think subtly, or even the unspoken part of this, is that this model they thought would benefit the company over time in a big way.
Indefinitely, what are we rewarding? We're rewarding sitting back and just kind of waiting and not really doing anything. So 12 months is really a long time. It's plenty of time. What we are rewarding is folks who get out there and help us build this company.
Absolutely.
You help us build this company, you can really enjoy some incredible rewards in the process. Now, let's give you an example of how the dual team works. So this is a team volume for the week example. I suppose that your volume for the week was, I suppose you're like really out there building it, like who? Like Cesar Munoz.
Yes.
Or
they put like a light yellow boomerang watermark behind this graphic, and it looks, never mind. I don't think that was a good choice. That's okay.
Like some of our new rock stars that you're going to start hearing their names very, very soon, right? Or Emmanuel Bernstein, or Amy and Steve. So let's suppose that on one side of your business, you have 100,000 commissionable volume points, right?
Okay.
So what is that like? That's like 100 people that joined your business that week on that side that did the first class pack, right?
Yeah. Why don't you do two? I don't know why there's not numbers for every single situation. Or like, why don't you do a proper representation of who actually buys the $1,000 premium product pack? Because I know you have those numbers since they said they know everything. They could have done an actual representation or like an average of saying, hey, out of 100 people, 10 people normally do the $1,000 buy, 80 people do the middle one and 10 people do the lower one. You know, they could have done that and not saying like, oh, here's 100,000 CV because every single person you signed up bought the biggest one.
Or no, a little bit more than 100 people, right? And then on the right side, you had 25,000 points. Okay, great. Well, what can you earn? You are going to earn on the 25,000 points. So what the system's going to do is going to take the 25,000 points and pay you on them. It's so now you have nothing left on the right side. So you're going to get paid. It's also going to balance that out and take 25,000 from the larger side. So you're going to have 75,000 left over to carry over. And if you're at 10%, you just earn $2,500 in dual team commission.
Wow, that's strong.
If you're at 20%, if I suppose you're at the diamond or above level, you earn $5,000 on that same volume. So you can see why it makes sense. You know, again, you could, if you were at first class, you would earn 15%.
Absolutely. Hey,
instead of 10.
So make sure you get yourself to the highest position as possible so you can reap the benefits of this compensation structure.
Absolutely. And just by way of definition, CV again is commissionable volume, DTC equals dual team commission, and the dual team can go between 10% and 20%. The max that you can earn in the dual team, we did have to limit it.
We had to limit it.
And I hope you guys can figure out how to live off of this amount.
200.
Maximum dual team payout is $250,000 per week based on rank qualifications. Holy cow. Oh, well, I guess that's just for dual team. So that's only $1 million a month payout. Why do they have to cap it if they said it's unlimited in so many different spots? I have questions.
Listen, I remember we said we had worked a similar comp plan to Mr. Buzz designed. His max, our max was $75,000 a week.
Wow.
He went back and looked at all of the things that we need to plug in and get right, take the things that were not so good, not that was bad, just not so healthy for the comp plan. We got rid of it. And then he looked at things that would be even more healthier for the comp plan and he added more to it. And in this one, he took it from $75,000 a week to $250,000 a week potential. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, you can get by on that. I'm pretty sure here, just in the Lamborghini part of our compensation plan. But wait, T-Ray, there's more. There's more. There's more. Because it even gets better when we go to the unit level. The unit level is even more, I call it stronger and more solid. I would say, even though this is strong, but the unit level is even stronger.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So just by way of details, this slide shows you what the dual team commissions, dual team percentage is for each rank.
Yes.
Okay. Entry level, standby gets nothing. Coach class gets 10%, $1,000, $500 after first 30 days. Cap, that's a weekly cap. A business class, 12%, $2,500, $750 after the first 30 days. First class, 15%. Director, 12%, senior director, 12%, executive director, 12%, sapphire, ruby, emerald, diamond, blue diamond, black diamond, presidential diamond, crown diamond, and double crown diamond, and triple crown diamond. Okay.
And what the cap is. So just to go fairly quickly, at coach, you're looking at 10% in the dual team. You're looking at $1,000 a week cap for the first 30 days, then $500 a week after that. At business, 12%, $2,500 cap for the first 30 days, then $750 a week after that. First class, 15% with a $10,000 a week initial cap, then $1,000 a week cap after the first 30 days. And we did that just to allow people who get started first class. You got big builders who want to come and be able to blast out. We don't want them to be limited. Now, once you move into the builder ranks, director, senior director, and executive director, the cap, the percentage goes to 12% naturally. Now, if you're at first class, it's not going to go down to 12%. Right. But if you're at, let's say, coach class, it's going to go up to 12%. And if you're at business class, it'll stay the same. But what's going to increase here is your weekly cap. It's going to go $1,500 a week, $2,000 a week, then $2,500 a week. Then you have your leadership ranks, Sapphire through Triple Crown. Now you're going to start to see your percentage go from 15% all the way up to 20% once you hit Black Diamond, and that's where it maxes out. But your cap is going to increase from 3,000 to 5,000 a week to 10,000 a week, 20,000 a week, 30,000 a week, 50,000 a week, all the way up to $250,000 a week.
So executive director, you're going to earn 3 levels, your first 3 levels of unilevel. That means 10%, 10%, 10% on the first level, 10% on the second level, and 10% on the third level. Now, what happens is we're going to just make an example. Outside of your travel savings bonuses that goes into the comp plan, just on the $99.95 subscription fee, anytime that's paid, it generates 75 CV points, commissionable volume points, what you earn a commission on. So each person that's on your first level, whether you have 1 or 100, I have 122. Some people may have 1. I know you have Mike Healy that may have 200. You know, different people have different ones. Tanya Houston, who's out there getting it done over there. I want to say hats off to her and that whole team, Peter and all them, for what they're doing in Atlanta. They're rocking. But listen, whatever takes place on the first level, on the second level, it gives 75 CV points based on the $99.95. And if you do 10% of that, 10% of 7.
Okay, it's them.
75 CV points is $7.50 that you earn for each subscription that's paid. That's done every single month that happens in there. And that's that. So you can look at, kind of calculate based on the levels that you have. So as you see, again, TSA director, senior director, executive directors, you automatically have the first 3 levels. Once you hit the rank of Sapphire, which is our first leadership pin, you're gonna pick up a 4th level of bonus, which is 8%. And then Ruby, 7% when you go Ruby.
Okay, so if you are a TSA director, senior director, executive director, you get 10% on your first 3 levels. When you bump up to Sapphire, you get 10% on the first 3 levels plus 8% on your 4th level. Ruby, if they just didn't, it didn't seem like this worked. They could have done this better to make it more clear. So if you are not in multi-level marketing, if you're not in iboomerang, they're telling you what percentage you're going to get at different levels. And the higher you go in the company, the more levels you get paid on, but you progressively get smaller percentages. So they're only paying out 5% on your level 7, 6% on your level 6, 7% on your level 5, 8% on your level 4, and you still get the 10% on the first 3 levels.
And that's level 5 that you pick up. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels. At Emerald, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels, and that's 6%. And at Diamond and above, you get 7 levels of bonuses, and that's 10%, 10%, 8%, 7%, 6%, 5% on all of those levels. Unlimited number of people that you can have on those levels, and you make a percentage every time their customers generate volume or those individuals generate volume. You make a percentage based on those levels in the unit level, and that can be pretty hefty as to what you'll be able to earn. So this is what we call your personal enrollment tree. I mentioned that earlier, where you have based on only on your personals, not from the binary. If some spillover happens in the binary, that's not considered as part of your personal enrollment tree. You did not personally enroll those people. So it's going to look at every personal that.
So this is only on personally enrolled. So if you stack someone, can you stack someone underneath someone else? This bonus is based on volume generated by Boomerang travel savings and monthly recurring revenue in your PET. You can earn the unilevel bonus through 7 levels. The higher your rank, the more levels you can earn. Well, okay. To be qualified, you must have at least 1 personally enrolled TSA who is both activated and active. Well, maybe you can make it off the people. I don't.
You put, that's your first level. It's going to look at the people that your first level people enrolled. That's your second, and so on and so forth. That is considered your personal enrollment tree. And we also have something that's called dynamic compression. What does that mean? Let's say you have levels 5, 4, and 5. And for some reason, those people are not active. Okay? They're not active. Levels 4 and 5.
I wish I could play
that. Means now anything below, which would be the next level, would be 6. If level 6 is active, 7 is active, and everything else below, it all compresses up. So level 6 would now be level 4. Level 7 will now be level 5, and so on and so forth. All of those levels roll up and eat. That means now you would never miss getting paid on any level based on someone not being active. You will always have those levels filled in. It is amazing what we have, because dynamic compression.
I think that's what we said at the beginning of the video.
Compresses up all of those levels, so you don't miss any level of pay. I'm telling you, it is rarely done in this industry, and our CEO is bold enough to get.
If you're watching this and you, is this appealing to anyone? I'm sure I know they have lots of distributors. I'm just saying, like, understanding this comp plan, it seems complicated, and you can think what you want about my ability to understand it. It doesn't seem like the most effective way to show this comp plan.
And these numbers are calculated monthly. Every month, you're going to see those residual checks come in.
Absolutely. Now, of course, the obvious qualification to the unilevel is that, yes, you have to have enrolled someone. And of course, they need to be activated and active, right?
I bet, and this is a hypothetical, that if there's a requirement on you signing someone up, if you signing up a TSA, that if someone's a big recruiter on your team, that they tell the person, don't sign up with me, sign up with this person, so they can start activating more and more of their downline. Yeah, it definitely sounds a little bit like, this is incredible, this is amazing, I'm excited about talking about it. Look at how many levels you can get paid on, and you should totally do this. It doesn't feel super clear to me either.
So that's what you need in order to be unilevel qualified as well.
Okay, next slide.
All right.
I said that's obvious, because if you don't have anybody, there's nobody.
There's no person enrolled.
There's nothing to play on. All right.
Another bonus.
Hey, it's so much money. I have to put my hand on my head like this.
I know.
It can just keep rolling in.
Oh, man, are you ready?
Yeah.
Income homes. Let's go.
Yes. Hey, this is, you know what?
By the way, talk about that.
Help people helping need.
Right.
That's leadership.
Yep.
That's what we call leadership. Leaders lead. They always are reaching to pull people up.
I appreciate that definition. I find it interesting that all of the quote unquote leaders in multi-level marketing companies make a commission off their downlines. And you can say, well, I did a lot of work training that person, I should be able to get commission. I find it interesting that you get commission off of volume purchased, and it doesn't matter if you're, and in this case, they do say that commissions are not paid out if the travel is not booked and if the travel has not been completed. So this feels a smidgy different, but it's still multi-level marketing. They've spent, I'm not trying to make this sound better than it is. I'm trying to be fair and repeat things that they've said and use trainings that they've shared with their company on this topic. I'm going to skip their explanation because I personally don't care. Oh, we're okay.
Boom!
Okay.
Rank, then that volume goes away from the upline.
Right.
In our system, the deeper you develop leaders, the more you're going to be able to earn. Let's introduce. See, I guess I'm going to say this: the unilevel by itself is just a Rolls Royce. Okay, the unilevel by itself is just a Rolls Royce.
That's right.
Well, watch this now.
Okay.
But when you go to the leadership bonus, that's when you get a driver.
Boom! Boom!
Let's talk about getting a driver right now.
Oh, that's strong
Everyone's
right there.
excited.
All right.
I love it.
All right. So here's how the leadership bonus works. In every personal.
In Young Living, they call this the generational bonus, I think. And it's based on you being at a certain level and having certain ranks below you, and you get generations. You get paid on specific generations, so it's additional bonuses.
Sponsored leg of business. Once you are a sapphire, okay, in every leg of business, once you are a sapphire, you now qualify to get the first generation of leadership bonus. Okay, that means it's not based on the level, because your first sapphire or above, I want you to remember, it doesn't have to be just a sapphire because you're a sapphire. Your first level of leadership in your leg of business can be a triple crown. It can be a presidential. It can be a blue diamond. It can be a ruby. But whatever the first level of leadership is, you now make 2% on the entire generation that it takes for them to generate that volume. You make 2% of all of that volume in addition to what you earn in the unit level. And it's going to look at every leg of business for any sapphire or above and that first generational leader, whether they're on your first level or your number 50 level. It doesn't matter. It's going to look for them. That means now you can get past the seventh level of earnings because of what we have here with the leadership bonus. So at sapphire, every sapphire and above, you earn 2% of all of the volume that it takes for them to become a sapphire above. When you hit the rank of ruby, not only do you get the first level.
Holy crap. That's a lot of money. I know they're only using 75 PSV as an example, but they're saying you're going to make 2% on all the volume that qualifies that sapphire to be a sapphire, and you get 2% of that. Ruby, you get 3% of the rubies, 4% on emeralds, 5% on diamonds, and above. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Leadership bonus of 2%, but now you get 3% no matter where they fall. It can be if there was the second level that they hit, the first generation was on your second level, and the next generation was on your 10th level. It doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with levels. It's generations. They're going to look at the first level, sapphire and above, 2%. They're going to look at the next generation, wherever they may fall, of sapphire and above, sapphire to triple crown, and they're going to now give you an additional 3% once you hit ruby. And that's in every leg of business. They're going to look for those 2 generations. And then T-Gray, it gets better. Once you go to emerald,
I'm on overload.
All right, you now pick up a third. So you got the first, the second, and now a third level, wherever they may fall, generation, and you're now going to earn 4%. So 2% from the first, all the way across in every leg, 3% from the second generation, and 4% from the third generation of every one of those leaders in those different legs of business. And when you do diamond and above, you pick up a fourth generation in addition to the first, second, and third. You pick up a fourth, and you get 5%. 5% of every sapphire.
Okay, I'll just let him keep talking. I'm wondering why the percentages are not moved around. Maybe because they don't have a ton of bigger levels to pay on. But it seems like it's interesting that it's not sapphire 5, ruby 4, emerald 3, diamond plus 2.
All the way across your organization, your placement enrollment tree. This one is going to be one of your biggest bonuses that you can create. So we want to encourage you to help grow your organization. And just like that photo said, reach down, find the leaders who are willing to raise their hand and be pulled up to the top of this company. And we're going to go out there with this comp plan and reward you for helping those people become leaders in our great company of ibüümerang.
Okay, I mean,
and it has dynamic compression.
Absolutely. So as people, you pick up all the bonuses, as you pick up all the levels that you're qualified to get that other people in your business are not qualified to get. You know, this requires a training in and of itself. But I like what somebody in the Zoom chat said. They said that the dual team is the Lamborghini.
Yeah.
They said that the unilevel is the Rolls Royce. And they said the leadership development bonus is the private jet.
That is very good.
So once you understand this is really a huge reward. And as our global master ambassador pointed out, it will be for those of you who achieve diamond and above and who become skilled at developing sapphires and above in your organization, this will be your biggest payout.
Yes.
And it will blow your mind.
Yes.
Okay. So just bottom line, hats off again to our CEO and our visionary 𝐓𝐇𝐎𝐔𝐿 for just finding ways to reward people who help build.
Oops. Whoops. Sorry. Sorry.
It will be for those of you who achieve diamond and above.
I was trying to say that they're painting this picture that this is so pro. They're independent consultants, the TSAs, but the business itself has to be profitable for ibüümerang as a company. Companies do not operate necessarily out of the goodness of their heart. Those are like nonprofits, and ibüümerang is making a profit. I don't have any problems with businesses making money. I find it a slightly censored conversation that they are having, painting this picture that this is only for the consultants, when I'm sure that this makes ibüümerang a ton of money. That is just my perspective.
And you become skilled at developing sapphires and above in your organization, this will be your biggest payout.
Yes.
And it will blow your mind.
Yes.
Okay. So just bottom line, hats off again to our CEO and our visionary 𝐓𝐿𝐇𝐎𝐿 for just finding ways to reward people who help build this amazing company. All right. So our last part that we want to cover is the performance ranks in terms of the compensation plan. And, we have, a progression, a way that you can just monitor and keep score of your advancement through ibüümerang. You can progress through the ranks two ways: by generating qualifying volume through your personal enrollment tree. Qualifying volume is the total dollar volume of your sales. So for example, a first class pack is $1,000 and it's also 1,000 QV. Second way is by developing and maintaining active TSAs. And we're going to institute, not today, but in a few months, our active TSA credit concept, which means that if people are doing their monthly subscription, the $49.95s equal half a credit. The folks who are grandfathered from Traveris equal 3/4 of a credit, and the $99.95s equal 1 credit. And so we'll reward people who build an organization that maintains a healthy business every single month.
And Tigre, I want to remind, just like you said, right now at this point in time, we hadn't implemented that.
Correct.
Because I've had some inquiries about that. That will be a couple of months away.
Correct.
Okay.
And it'll actually be more than a couple of months. We're probably not going to institute it.
Why are we talking about this then?
2020. Okay. All right, but we do
Oh,
want to make sure that everybody understands it, so you can start building this base, so that when we do implement it, it can be something that benefits you as well. There are leg balancing requirements. We're going to discuss those in a second. They apply to either way that you qualify, whether you're doing qualifying volume or active TSA credits. You still have to meet the leg balance. Spillover volume from your dual team does not help you rank advance. Okay.
Okay.
Sapphires and above have an additional requirement. These are leadership ranks, and so they're required to demonstrate leadership by having personally enrolled active TSAs on the left and the right, and we'll talk about that as well.
Okay.
If you are a blue diamond and above, and you want to earn the maximum weekly cap in the dual team, you need to make sure that you've demonstrated leadership by having at least 20% of your qualifying volume come from each side of the dual.
Why are there no graphics?
So we're looking, we're going to make sure. And if you don't do it, if you don't have that, not a problem. We're not going to hold you back from advancing rank. but you will only get paid in the dual team at the highest level cap that you qualify for based on that 20% rule, right? So you can be a blue diamond that's getting paid at the diamond level in the dual team because you don't have the 20%. And then also for diamonds and above, we recognize how special an achievement that is. And it's important to maintain it. Sometimes there are bumps in the road. And so there's a rank grace period of 1 to 2 months for diamonds that allows you to solidify your business and your income. They don't accumulate. Every month that you qualify to rank gives you the corresponding number of rank months to qualify. Solidify it. 100 credits from any leg. Emerald.
15,000 QV or 100 active TSA credits. So that's the active TSA credits. It's $99.95 for one credit. So that's 100 people doing that monthly. 40% of leg balance, 2L, 2R. Max 6,000 per leg, 40 credits per leg. Dang, so you have to have 3 legs? All of these make you have to have more legs. 6,000 per leg max, 40 credits per leg. 100, so 40 plus 40 is 80. That's less than 100, so you have to have another leg. Okay.
80,000 or 500 active TSA credits, 40% leg balance, 4 on the left and 4 on the right, max 32,000 from any leg, max 200 credits from any leg. And again, I just want to keep saying this. We're not doing the credits right now. We're preparing you.
Okay.
And you're going to hear this a few times over the next 4 or 5 months before we implement this. Diamond, 200,000 in QV or 1,200 active TSA credits, 40% leg balance, 5 on the left, 5 on the right. That means that the max you can count as a diamond from any one particular leg is 80,000 in QV or 480 credits.
More than 2
and why do we do this?
Yeah.
It's so that you
paying out too much
can
money.
be rewarded for your building, not that you enroll one person who's a rock star and you ride that person to the top of the plan.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I can appreciate that.
And again, just so you guys understand, the active TSA credits, it's half a credit for the 49.95s, 3/4 of a credit for T grade.
We got it.
Wow. Travers, I am not I am a whole person.
$1 million. Okay. $1 million of qualified volume with a 30%.
500,000 QV or 3,000 active TSA credits. Wow, that's big. 1 million QV, 6,000 active TSA credits, 2 million QV, 12,000 active TSA credits, 5 million QV, 30,000 active TSA credits, 7 million QV, 42,000 active TSA credits, 10 million QV or 60,000 active TSA credits. What is this? Oh, it's their pointer. Okay.
Leg balance as well as 6,000 active TSA credits. Same thing. Once you get your 5 and 5, you're done all the way throughout to the top of the company. So every one of these, you're going to see 5 personally sponsored on the left.
Okay. Fast forward.
Diamond. We will have triple crown.
Minimum of 20% of qualifying volume must come from each leg of the dual team to achieve maximum dual team weekly cap payout. Does not affect your rank. Only applies to weekly dual team cap.
Diamonds, people are working toward it big time, but $10 million per month in qualified volume or 60,000 active TSA credits with a 20% leg balance, 5 on the left, 5 on the right, and you are a triple
How many
crown
people
diamond.
is that? Holy crap.
And again, we just want to remind that blue diamonds and above, minimum 20% of the qualifying volume has to come from each leg of their dual team in order to maximize the weekly cap. Great. So here's a graphical look at the ranks. As you can see, starting out as a TSA, going all the way up to triple crown. We covered all of the individual qualifications, and you can see the rank grace periods at 1 to 2 months for the diamond ranks. And we do that to give them the opportunity to solidify their business as they are so important to the company.
Okay, great.
All right, so that covers all the elements of the comp plan. And as we wrap this up, I just want to give you a couple of success strategies so that you can totally win. And, if you want to be customer focused, we just want to encourage you, get out there and acquire 10 customers a month. Be consistent in doing that. Do that consistently, as we mentioned before, for 18 months. Allow those customers to,
okay, great.
to mature and use the iGo and start generating. You'll have a nice pipeline of income that you can develop by consistently getting 10 customers a month. If you want to be a business builder, we encourage you to follow one of our 2 plans that we've been teaching people. We have a conservative plan, which is the 10 and 2 plan. There's a training that you can watch on iBoom about 10 and 2. Also on our YouTube channel on how to execute the 10 and 2 plan. That is a plan that shows you how to go diamond over the course of a year.
Oh, I want to read.
By
I want to see
consistently,
that plan.
just one brick at a time, building your business each month. Now, the faster plan, the more accelerated plan is the 2020 plan. And we also have a training for that you can go watch that will teach you how to do that. And both of those plans will take you through the elements of the comp plan that we just showed you today.
Very good. No, you hit it right in the head. I mean, that's it. We already have a plan in place. Just make sure you plug and play. Because that's where we have the iboomerang.com site set up for you, so we can keep you in tune with what's going on and how to build the strategies, the building strategies of our company. And also, don't miss any event. I can't stress it enough, because we always cover what we need to do to build our business, and we're going to actually cover.
How much do those events cost? The independent consultant, the TSA. How much? I mean, you don't have to attend an event just to attend it. And the company should be making trainings available whether they attend events or not.
Some of these things at our vision event, as we cover some of the training as well and the recognition and things of that nature. So make sure you are at the very first vision event that we're going to have in our company, and we cover this as well.
Okay.
Last but not least, we want to revisit the disclaimer. We want to make sure we keep it clean. We talked about a lot of money.
iboomerang cannot and will not make any guarantees about your ability to get results or earn any money with our program, information, tools, or strategies. The plan rewards you for selling products and services to customers. While the opportunity is unlimited, individual results will certainly vary depending on many factors, such as commitment level, individual effort, and marketing skills. The numbers in this presentation reflect estimates prepared by the company. If income projections were presented to you prior to your enrollment, such projections are not representative of the income, if any, that you can or will earn through your participation in the plan. Any and all income projections should not be considered as guarantees or projections of your actual earnings or profits. Success with the company results only from active participation and successful marketing efforts, which do require work, commitment, and diligence on your part. Didn't we see this in another video the other day where she was painting a picture about her life, how it's incredible, how her husband could come home, and at the end she said, "This might be not be for you." She added, I feel like that's the same situation here where they just said all this stuff and shared incredible income claims, well, not income claims, hypothetical situations, and then added the disclaimer at the very end of the presentation. Okay.
A lot of earning potential, and I saw folks putting in the chat, we can earn so much cash, which is true.
Yeah.
That possibility, that opportunity is here. People are doing it.
Yeah.
So it's real. It's not mythical, but it's also not guaranteed just by being here. You got to do the work to make the money. Everybody's going to make something different because everyone is
going to make an incredible amount of money. Not everyone is going to make an incredible amount of money.
We do this because we love you. But GMA, this was a lot.
It's a lot. Hey, but we're going to make sure we put it in bite size for you. I know this was a little longer here for us to have this training, but I know it's important for many of you all for people to have a thorough understanding of how to go about building this company, understanding the compensation structure, because we want to make sure that you all earn the type of incomes that you desire and deserve. If you're willing to do the work, if you're willing to plug into the system, if you're willing to follow the leadership that we have here, and you're willing to buy into the vision, I'm going to tell you, your lives will never be the same.
Buy into the vision, regardless of the results of your work. Got it. And I know they said you have to do all of these different things, but I I have concerns.
Seen this happen before, and this one will be even bigger than anything that we've ever done before. And I have to say again, on my behalf, from me to the team, thanks again to our CEO, Mr. Holton Budge, for his amazing vision and what he has brought to this industry. It was well needed, and I'm glad he has a vehicle now to give directly in the way that he wants to.
How did they survive?
By giving us the ibüümerang concept.
How did they survive the panini? I don't know. I have lots of more questions. I have lots more videos to find on this company. There were some parts that I have questions about, like your commission is only paid out after the travel has been paid for and the travel has been completed. I find that interesting. I could see that creating stressful situations for the independent contractors, the TSAs. And again, I did try to pull video in the part 1 of this, and now this part 2 that were credible, had people from ibüümerang in them, and you can watch the PowerPoint for yourself. I'm going to link all these videos in my description here and on my other video. If you're new, I'm DeeCee. I'm an MLM dropout, and I have a lot to say about unethical business practices, polarizing figures, topic stances, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it so far. Thank you to everyone who hung out in the live chat, and a huge, huge shout out to the replay crew. I make videos weekly. Either I'm live streaming or I'm going to start doing a better job posting edited videos in the future. I'm still learning. I'm a new creator. I'm excited for the warm welcome that I've been given here in this genre of video creation on YouTube. If you like these kind of videos, I would love for you to come back and check out my next video. And if you like this video, I'd love for you to like it. I will see you next time. Bye.